Okay, so I think we should talk a little bit about when stuff doesn't go right. When you try and when you think that you got this and you know what you're doing, and you find out no, and and it doesn't necessarily go right. I have a whole bunch of examples of that right here in front of me. So hang out with me for a little bit. I'm gonna have to explain, but I'm gonna definitely need your help and advice, and throw it in the comments. If you're having trouble putting it in the comments on my YouTube channel, please just go on over to Instagram, and you can probably find a better way to message me or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna want some advice on some things that just didn't go right. So you're like, what are you talking about, Stace? Well, I think part of also why I'm even making a video is because in science and doing some of this stuff, you are gonna try and you are gonna fail. And I don't ever wanna be that face of, oh, she's trying to be perfect or whatever, she knows everything. No, she does not know everything. I am stumbling my way into this adventure that I'm on, and I'm loving every bit of it. But no, I have absolutely no clue on something, so I do the best that I can, and hopefully safely. That was more of the overarching theme that I will be talking about, is always doing things safely. So if you're gonna adventure out into science, you're gonna try some stuff, please make sure that you're doing it as safe as possible. Look up information before you touch something. So for me, what it was is formaldehyde. I knew that something along the lines of formaldehyde was going to be needed if I was going to store something, in a jar, but I don't know anything about formaldehyde. That's a big leap for somebody like me, and you're like, what are you talking about? I feel like we're way into this story and I don't even know what we're talking about yet, Stace. Well, yes, welcome to my world. So in front of you, I have jars of snakes. There's one lizard, but these are all snakes that I found on the road this last season. We have these seasons out here where you have lots and lots of snakes, so I just find them on the road, whether they're the large ones. These were all small, and in some instances had something neat happening with them, like this one, its mouth. Let's see if I can get up here. I thought that was really cool. And I did not know what to do with it. I did not want it to get further run over into the road. What do you do with this? I can't just keep filling my freezer up. That's not gonna happen. So what do you do when you're like, I'm brand new at this hobby. I don't have certain things. I don't have a certain background, but I am trying and I'm learning. So for me, I grabbed alcohol, and some of them have maybe a little glycerin and alcohol, kind of the same procedure you do when you're actually tanning skins, which are now look at these. This is where Stacy is now. I've learned how to do some of these things, and it's gotten better, but you don't start with all of this knowledge. So again, I think that's why I felt compelled to make any kind of video and talk about it, because I tend to be kind of like Mama Stace for some people, and encouraging whatever, and I'm gonna get comfortable here, whatever, and hang out and talk a little bit about go ahead and do things even though you might be a little afraid. One of the worst things that I hear from anyone is like, well, I can't, or I'm afraid to do something. Life's too short for that. You got to get out there, and you have to at least try and find out where can't I, where was my furthest point of not being able to do something, and continue on. So kind of that's where I'm at. When this all happened to me, which I would basically say last year. When last year I stopped working across the street at the golf course, I was doing grounds work over there, and started working at home at the same time. The plague hit everybody. I, like a lot of people, found myself in transition of what are you doing with yourself? For my mental health, go out and walk, go out and just get that sense of, okay, well, I don't know, my life is changing. What am I gonna start working on? And what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I started finding snakes in the road, and it upset me. And I thought the patterns were beautiful, and I didn't know what to do with them. At first, I was terrified. I don't want to pick them up. This is what is happening in my life. But also, when I worked at the golf course, I would see a lot of snakes. I was seeing rattlesnakes almost on a daily basis when I was working out there. I'm not a stranger to them. It's just not something I wanted to pick up and touch. Like I said, so this past year I was seeing snakes, and I felt like there'd have to be some kind of educational value. There had to be something. I could do some studies. And that came to me because I had worked for the Phoenix Zoo for a few years and learned in the value of simply observation, of daily writing things down of what you saw or the animals that you found or all of that. So I knew there had to be something in this. There were too many things that I was finding in too short of a time. There has to be education for it. So yeah, so I'm making these videos and they're a little rough because I'm new and I'm out in the garage, but okay, I'm enjoying it. Right now, I only have like 18 subscribers, so it's not that I'm talking to the masses. I feel like I'm talking to you that's watching and enjoying, and thank you for being here with me. I'm gonna make videos regardless. No, I don't get paid. There's nothing's happening like that. It was more of a matter of sharing. This is what's happening to me. This is what's going on. If you're interested in the desert, I'm in Arizona. I'm in this really neat part of Arizona. It's called Gold Canyon. So if you're not familiar, if you picture where Phoenix is, it's kind of the central. We are way about 45 minutes away from Phoenix on the east side. So I'm way away from Phoenix. I'm out there, I'm out in the desert. So I am going to encounter different or more wild animals than somebody that's living more with the millions that live in Phoenix. So that it's location. A lot of things in life bring you to a certain point where you have different abilities, wants or loves. And I'm sure for me working at the zoo is where I saw how much education when you can spark someone, when you show somebody something and share those moments, especially with animals, how it can change somebody's world. When I worked for the zoo, one of the moments in my life that still sits with me, that changed me drastically, and what allows me to do this right now. So for everybody that's sitting there going, oh, you just talk so easily on camera. No, I don't. This has come from years of just being a social person, but also from being somebody who, I was a hairstylist for years and years and years, so I had to talk to somebody, so that's a different way of communicating. But when I started working for the zoo, I was expected to be able to go on a microphone to announce times and talk about certain animals. I needed to pick up a separate type of microphone, walk around, and you're talking a very large, there's millions of people through the years. There's, on a daily basis, you have thousands of people and you need to be walking around and talking. And no, it was not easy for me. And I worked with some people that were fantastic at it and seemed like naturals. And I said, I don't know how they do it. I can talk to someone close freely, but I really couldn't do that. And I really wanted to drive the train for the zoo. That was something that, oh my gosh, if you could get to go and that was your day, you got to drive all the way around and talk to people about the animals, fantastic. And that was something that I had really wanted to do. So anyways, this story is a complete failure story. So if you're wondering where I'm going with this, it's, no, I didn't have this ability to talk or to communicate until I had to start prepping for driving the train. So in order to drive the train at the zoo, you have to be able to talk 15, 20 minutes, drive all the way around the zoo, talk about all the animals, be entertaining, and have no script for it. At least at that time, where you had no script for it. And it was something that I had to be able to do. I'm ready for this. Look at this person. Yes, she can do this, right? But it wasn't as easy as it looked. And the minute I sat in the seat and put the head thing on and went live with cars full of people and an entire zoo getting ready to hear me, no, it was not good. It was not good at all. It was bad. It was bad, and I won't go into details too much on it, but no, it was probably not that entertaining for everyone that was sitting on the train that first ride listening to me read out my script. It was bad. Yeah, but what got me through that and got me past it was the support of friends. I ran into the bathroom. I was like, oh my God, so-and-so's making fun of me. This is horrible. I was horrible on it, whatever. And friends of mine at the zoo that I still just love to this day were like, no, you're going to take the next train. You're going to do it again. We're going to be there with you. You got this. it's important to have people around you that support you and will cheer you on even when you're kind of a mess. And so I'm one of those for you. I'm here. Try it. Try something. It's okay to be bad for a little bit, because most of us have felt that. And that's what my friends did for me. So that day they go out to the train and they wind up talking to a whole bunch of people that are already sitting on the next train. They're like, our friend, she's new, we're gonna cheer her on. So I come out, oh God, I gotta do this again. And it was a lot better the next time. And sometimes you don't have those kind of friend support, and you still just gotta pick yourself up and dust yourself off and go, okay, I did this really, really bad, but it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. I think, why do I Love Lucy? Why do I love that show? Because she was always messing stuff up, and oh my God, just make you laugh at the crazy that she would get into. So it was not, I was never looking at her for perfection. I was looking at her for, oh God, what are we gonna do wrong this time? All right, so it's with all of that that I'm making a video today going, okay, Stacey, you did some stuff wrong. You're always showing, oh, look at all the pretty that you got behind you. Look at the work you did good. Well, yeah, let's show them what the things that didn't go so well. All right, so one of the days that I was out, I found this is a Coach whip. Okay, all the colors gone. Look at the colors gone. Fail. Now this poor thing, you can tell, it was completely ran over. I don't kill anything, you guys. So I found this in the road, and it had beautiful colors. At the time, I took pictures of it, so it's all documented. Wrote all that down. I have a whole chart here for months and months and months that for all of everywhere. I don't know if you can see all of this, everything that I find and where I'm at. So no, I'm trying to be as scientific as I can as I'm building my little nonprofit educational support, whatever we're gonna call this. So no, but at the same time, I need to learn some stuff, obviously, myself. The colors are wrong. I lost the color in this. This had other colors to it. This had red in it as well. It is gone. That is not the kind of snake you might think you're staring at right now. Here, look at that up there. Wrong. Stace. So what am I gonna do? So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. At first for this video, I thought I was gonna take something out, but I am not at that point yet. I don't know what to say. But see, look at how cool it is. I'm finding snakes that when they have died, they've coiled up and around themselves, or it looks like they've bit themselves. I haven't positioned the snake like that. That's just how I found it. Okay, so why the jars? You're like, well, why didn't you do the skinning like you did on the bigger ones? On the little snakes, it was exceptionally hard, and I was messing them up. They were falling apart because I'm also finding it's roadkill. These are little skinny snakes that have been mushed. The heat, everything was going wrong. So I was like, okay, this didn't work, that didn't work. Felt horrible about it. So I decided to start drying some. Okay, so I pin it to a board, just like I would with the ones that you actually skin, but with the entire snake still intact. So try that. Can't say that's exactly a success story right there, but I'm keeping the ones that I have, because then when I have people that want to touch and feel and be around them, that I have them. So I have quite a few from this last season. So these are all gopher snake. I didn't do this with any of the rattlers. I really wanted to keep the rattlers, but this is, I'm sure this isn't right either. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. This is, what the heck? What you got going on, Stace? Okay, I do have one. There you go. But again, so something that's been run over, Stacey wants to keep it in a form that we could do some kind of education for it. I don't know how to work with, I think it's called formalin. I think it's part of it's a formaldehyde kind of product. So that's where I'm at. So I'm seeking you guys out for help. Instagram probably as well. Look at that, see, I bent that poor thing in there, but I got a lizard in there. It's the same thing, they lost all their color. So I don't want to do this again. I've learned that using just alcohol is not, there's a reason. There is a reason that they don't put brains or whatever specimens in alcohol. They put it in formaldehyde because they probably realize, no, this is really bad. I'm afraid to take these out because it's like gonna turn into mush or something. But like I said, look at how cool, super, super cool. Do I just keep it in there? And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have more and more of these as the seasons go by. It's not like out here, I'm not gonna find all these little snakes. I'm going to find them fairly easy. So anyway, so that's what I thought I would share with you. I thought I would share a little bit of like, hey, things don't always go as well. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. Get out there. Let me know what you know about how to do this stuff. I don't think I'm ever gonna really what would be the word, script one of my videos. I do this, like, this is almost like therapy for me at this point. I want you guys to enjoy. I want you to feel like you're part of the family, learn along with me, explore the desert with me. Anyway, so don't be afraid to fail. It happens. Just try to stay safe. Much love. Have a great one, you guys. See you again soon.